It's the summer holidays. So for some of us, it's a time of celebration, taking loads of time off work and spending time with our families. And for some of us who are self-employed, it can be a bit of a time of anxiety and a bit of a time of stress. Can I take time off work? Can I afford to take time off work? And how do I manage it if I do want to take a little holiday and I work for myself? So in this episode, I'm just going to chat about how over the years I've managed to sort of hone the work-life balance and get some time off with my family, but also keep things ticking over with my business. So follow along and see how I do it in the beautiful village of Croyd in North Devon.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I've been a voiceover artist now for over 8 years, working with some of the biggest and smallest brands in the world. Join me as I share my voiceover journey, the highs and lows of working for myself, all while enjoying life to the fullest. Welcome to the Voiceover Diaries.
We have just had the most amazing lunch down at Putsborough Sands. There's a little cafe that's like literally looking out onto this beautiful sandy beach, loads of people surfing, boogie boarding, looks awesome. So we walked from Croyd to Putsborough and we're just going to head back now. I just thought I'd have a quick pit stop and sit down, catch my breath. Walking uphill after lunch is a bit tough. And just sort of have a little chat about the sort of work-life balance, or life-work balance is how I like to think about it. And just thinking about holidays, because it is that time of year where everyone's on holiday and there's so much pressure to look like you're enjoying yourself and having that quality time with your family and stuff. And when you're self-employed, it's not always that easy to just take 2 weeks off and have a holiday. And to be fair, I mean, it's taken me a while to get the balance right. And I used to work as a kind of employee, well, I was an employee of companies for years, and I always used to struggle with having just 4 weeks off a year. That was it, or if there was like a school assembly or a sports day that I wanted to go to, I had to book half a day off work, and then it was like eating into my holiday time, and just things like even asking to take your lunch break. It's like my time wasn't my own, it was controlled by somebody else, and it just didn't sit right with me for ages. And when we were on a family holiday, actually, in my last sort of official job, I was really unhappy there, and I didn't like the fact that I was being contacted by my boss while I was on holiday, and there was no freedom. I couldn't just enjoy myself ever. So I was thinking, what do I want to do? And Jamie actually said to me, what do you want to do with your life? And it was like, well, I just want to work for myself. I want us to work together, help out with the family business, and I want to do voiceover work. And he said, let's just do it. So put a plan in place and made it happen. So I took the decision to leave the job, and it was the best decision that I ever made, to be honest. I was really fortunate that I could start working with Jamie straight away because he had his own video production company that he needed help with. So I jumped on with that, and I also carried on with my voiceover work that I'd been doing part-time. So it just made sense to me to be working for myself and to just have more control over my time. And I would say that the best way to think about it is to imagine that your brain has 100%, and you just need to switch the percentages. When you have time off, maybe you're 90% switched off, 10% thinking about your business, maybe tending to your sort of emails or a little bit of bookkeeping, whatever it is you need to do. And that's how I manage it. And it's just having a really positive mindset and thinking, okay, I've got an email that's come in from a client. It's a really amazing opportunity. I want to take the time out of my holiday just to reply to them and not miss out on something that could be really amazing. And I think it's just framing things with a positive mindset and saying, yes, an opportunity's come in. I'm going to take it, I'm going to reply to the email, take 10 minutes out of my day, and then I've still got, another 10 hours to enjoy myself. And that's just how I manage it. I just wanted to bring you down to the beach that's literally opposite the campsite we're staying at. So we're staying at Ocean Pitch in Croyd, and this is the main beach at Croyd, and it's absolutely awesome. There's just loads of sand, loads of rocks as well for rock pooling, which is cool for the little kids. And everyone's just surfing, boogie boarding, swimming in the sea, just having a great time generally. So I would highly recommend it. It's a really good place to come and have a little break. So, just got back from our lovely walk in the beach, and it's just lovely out there. Sunshine, quite windy, but good. While we were out, I actually got a few emails come in. So I was talking about opportunities before, and I had 2 emails from regular clients come in today, and both of them were asking if I was available to do some work. And I responded because that's what I've chosen to do. So I thought, right, opportunity, I'm going to email back. And I explained to both of them that I'm on holiday at the moment, and they were both really understanding and happy for me to just crack on with the work when we get back in the middle of the week. So that was really awesome to have those opportunities come in and know that when we get back off holiday, I've got something waiting for me. But while we're away, we do actually have a couple of little setups that we use, both of us, Jamie and I, for work. So while I'm away, I always bring my faithful laptop. And that is obviously something that I use just for day-to-day bookkeeping, emails, anything really. And then I also use it for doing some auditions. So while I'm away, I do like to keep on top of things. So I audition in our camper van when everything's sort of okay to do it. So it's not too noisy outside, we're not staying right next to a road, or it's really windy, or there's like screaming children around. I literally do it when I have the opportunity and when it's right. So we're quite fortunate staying in a camper van that the acoustics in here are actually pretty good. So I bring with me just a quick rundown. So I've got this RE-20, this is an ElectroVoice dynamic mic. So this is a little bit more forgiving with background noise, so it's not as sensitive as the microphone that I use in the studio, which is much more compatible with a proper studio environment. This one's perfect for being out on the road, but you do have to speak quite closely and directly into the microphone. So RE-20. And then I have a little interface. This is just a little Focusrite Scarlett interface that I just plug into my laptop so it doesn't need its own power, which is awesome. And between the interface and the microphone, I have a cloud lifter. So this just boosts the signal and just makes it sound a bit louder, basically. This is my little pop filter, as it were. I bring, obviously, XLR leads. Have a little microphone stand, and then my headphones for monitoring, and that's just me set up. So I can do some auditions while we're away, and if a client needs anything in particular, even if I'm just sending them something over, just to give them an idea of the tone of my voice, it works. So that's what I do.
What is wealth to you? Whether it's pursuing your passions or having time for what matters, we'll ensure you have the means to do so. By building fulfilling relationships. By building fulfilling relationships, placing a world of resources in the palm of your hand and giving you access to all of life's pleasures. Wealth Saver. That's wealth made to matter.
Okay. I'm going to see how that sounds, because sometimes the conditions aren't quite right for recording auditions. So that's my guinea pig, as it were. So I'm just going to listen through and see if that one's any good. Okay, that actually sounds pretty good. It's just me at the end that's made a little bit of a fluff. So I'm just going to do the last couple of lines again. So that's my auditions done for the day, which is really great. It's just a little chunk that's done, sent off to some clients, and hopefully gives them a good idea of what I sound like and what I can do for them. I'm just having a drink of water now because it is so hot in the camper van. When you close all the doors, all the blinds, all the windows, just to make the best kind of acoustic sound possible for voiceover, it gets very warm very quickly. So I am done now. I'm going to relax. I just thought I'd come down to the beach for a little after dinner walk as it's so lovely down here. And I was just thinking a bit more about the sort of life-work balance when you're away on holiday, and thinking about what works for me might not work for everybody else. You know, I'm quite happy to have 90% of my time free and then maybe 10% of my time thinking about work and maybe responding to emails and just taking up those opportunities that present themselves even when you're on holiday. And I know it might not work for everybody. So when you're on holiday, you might want to switch off completely and just not be bothered with work at all. And I completely appreciate that. But I just wanted to share what works for me and how it helps me to run a successful business all year round. And for my clients as well, I'm providing them with a service. So I just want to be there for them. You know, when they need me, I can respond, and 99% of them are happy to wait for when I'm back off holiday. And it's really nice to know that. And I think that's just the relationships that have been built up over time. So yeah, it's different for everybody is what I wanted to say. So thank you for watching if you've watched this far, and I shall see you in the next video.